What's good? It's your boy Jay. That's me. Let's dive into AEW Dynamite from April the 3rd, 2024.
This show was not good. It was awful. Poor Edge. I feel so sorry for him. I really do. I'm not going to hold you guys up. I feel bad for Edge. Bad. And it's not his fault. It's not his fault. He was forced to say what he said. He was forced to. I guarantee you that. We are going to talk about the releases, but we're not going to go over all of them. It's just three that stuck out to me. Number one being Slim J. Don't know who he is, but he said that he was working basically two jobs to make ends meet and everything else. And he got released, which sucked. So hopefully he can find employment with WWE or TNA or MLW. But he did post like a lengthy statement and everything, and we wish him all the best. Number two, Dasha Fuentes. So that does suck. She was okay. She did botch a lot when she did the ring announcing, for sure. So yeah, she'll be fine. I don't think that WWE will rehire her again. I think she'll definitely be TNA bound. I could see TNA bringing her in as a backstage interviewer to kind of help out Gia Miller. I think that would be good, because I just don't see WWE bringing back Dasha Fuentes. I just don't see it. And then Parker Boudreaux, he got released. So I see him either going to TNA or MLW. I doubt if WWE would give him another chance. I just don't see that either. I just don't. But those are the three that stood out to me the most. Everyone else should be fine. Jose, the assistant, he'll probably be in WWE. Gravity, probably in TNA or MLW, or he'll go back to CMLL or AAA. So, yeah. Let's get into the show. So, we kicked the show off with Adam Copeland. I'm not going to call him Edge. Adam Copeland. So, Adam Copeland says he talks about all the great things about wrestling despite the negative feedback. He likes wrestling because he loves it so much. He said AEW is the place to be. He looked at the roster and saw a murderer's row of talent, like Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega, Hangman Adam Page, Malachi Black, and so on. These are first-time matches for him in AEW. All that can happen because of AEW. He's got a bunch of friends in the industry, and a lot of them have been calling him up. He said that it looks like he's having a lot of a blast in AEW, and he is. He said he's having a lot of fun in AEW, and AEW should be celebrated. AEW has pushed this industry into a better place because AEW makes wrestling better. This is where the best wrestle. Ugh. I don't like that. No. So then he introduces Will Ospreay. He said, there's a reason why Mercedes, Will Ospreay, and Okada came here, and why Adam Copeland came here. And then he brings out Will Ospreay. Again, Tony Khan probably had him at gunpoint, telling him to say all of this. Now, Edge was my bad. Adam Copeland. I'll say his name just once for this promo. Adam Copeland was brought in to fill the void of CM Punk. That's why he was brought in. Because Punk and the Elite had a bunch of drama, and we know what happened. And that drama went downhill really fast. So Adam Copeland came in to pick up the void, and it's been a failure. Collision's been a total flop with Adam Copeland and Bryan Danielson being there. It's been a flop. It's non-existent, if we're being honest. And, this speech should have been given by either a Jon Moxley or a Chris Jericho or a Kenny Omega, someone like that. But Adam Copeland's just been there for 6 months. A cup of coffee. He hasn't even had breakfast yet. All he's had is just some coffee. And he didn't need to say this at all. He didn't. This was forced, and I didn't like it. Look, I want AEW to succeed and be successful, and that's only going to happen if Tony Khan and the Elite are basically no more. And what I mean by that is that the Elite are just talent. They're not EVPs. And Tony Khan just funds AEW. And that would be the best for both of those parties I just mentioned. Again, Adam Copeland should have not been saying this. This should have been said from Jon Moxley or Chris Jericho. I don't understand this shit. I just don't. And it would have been better if they would have ignored this and just took what CM Punk said to heart and actually made the necessary changes they needed to make AEW successful. That's all that needed to be done. Moving on from this nonsense. So, Will Ospreay defeated Powerhouse Hobbs. Poor Hobbs, he needs to go to WWE quick, fast, and a heartbeat. Or TNA. Same with Wardlow. Same thing. So, Ospreay wins via the Hidden Blade. Post-match, Will Hobbs and Will Ospreay, they start to argue. And then Don Callis calms them down. And that was it. So, moving on. So, this leads us into Bryan Danielson versus Lance Archer. Danielson defeats Lance Archer via the Busaiku knee. Who cares? We still are not going to have a promo battle involving these two. We need something. Why do both guys have to have a match? That doesn't make any sense. Against two big guys. I don't know. I mean, Lance Archer, he's not that good, okay? He's just not. Will Hobbs is great. He's solid. But Lance Archer, fuck no. Moving on. Renee Paquette. She's out there with Chris Jericho. So Jericho said last week he had a proposition to be Hook's mentor. And Hook comes out. So Jericho brings up what Hook said last week about knowing who Jericho is, first to his past. Alliance is not panning out before saying the rules are different for someone working at the level of Chris Jericho. He's not asking Hook to trust him 100%, but to believe in him as much as Chris Jericho believes in Hook. Hook then says he believes in Jericho so much that they have a tag match on Collision. And he's keeping an eye on Chris Jericho. And then they do a fist bump. Who gives a shit? Waste of time. I don't get it. I really don't. So, Shane Taylor and Lee Moriarty, they're going to be their opponents on Collision. And I'm just like, oh my God. What the fuck is going on? Just moving on. So, Billy Gunn, he defeats Jay White via DQ. The Guns, they take out the Acclaim. And there's a brawl that breaks out. This match went on way too damn long. And this is the shit that I have an issue with when it comes to AEW. Why these matches have to be so long? This match should have at least lasted no more than about 5 minutes. Come on, Billy Gunn's in his 50s. I get that he looks jacked and everything else, which he is. But come on, Jay White's like what? Early 30s? Like between 30 and 32? Come on, this doesn't make any damn sense. Holy shit. So, it looks like we're going to still have the Acclaim and Daddy Ass feuding with Jay White and the Gun Club. Fuck all this shit. It's not really all that important. Moving on. So, Renee Paquette, she brings out Willow. So, Willow Nightingale, she cuts a promo. She's excited to be in Rochester. She talked about her time when she was there. She talked about working at the White Eagle. She said that she started to wonder if a girl like her belonged in wrestling. It helped her blossom into the woman that we see today. And then she said that she believes that fan support will help her become the smiling face of the women's division in AEW. And Stokely Hathaway, he puts over Willow some more, and then Mercedes Monet comes out. So she tells Worcester to say hello to their CEO. She looks forward to see Willow taking on Julia Hart at Dynasty. Whoever wins after Dynasty, Monet gets next because Monet changes everything. Money changes everything. Oh my God, this is so dumb. This is stupid. Why are you paying Mercedes Monet allegedly $10 million a year to do some mid-card bullshit? This is all mid-card fodder. This makes zero sense. And Mercedes is not going to do anything until Double or Nothing in May? That's so damn stupid. So she's not going to have a match or two? Like, it doesn't make any sense. This is dumb. You could easily do Willow and Mercedes. Like, I don't get it. It's not that important. I don't know. Again, Tony Khan doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He just does not know what the fuck he's doing. He just doesn't. I don't know. I do not know. Moving on. So, the Young Bucks, they defeat the Best Friends. So, they're going to go into the semifinals for the AEW World Tag Team Championship Tournament. That's going to be taking place at the Dynasty. Who gives a fuck? So, post-match, Trent Beretta, he turned heel. Okay, I don't give a damn. Like, it's not that important. And he did it in front of his mom, so, like, who cares? Who cares? So, Thunder Rosa, she defeated Mariah May. And apparently I heard that Toni Storm and Mariah May, they did some kissing on Collision. Ooh-wee. They need to do more of that. But instead of being on Collision, it needs to take place on Dynamite. Let's just get it on. Same thing with Mercedes and Willow. They need to do something to get me invested. And maybe having them to share a kiss would be great. So they need to do some shit. Moving on. So, Penta El Zero Miedo. So he's going to be challenging Adam Copeland for the TNT Championship next week. So that's fine. I'm fine with that. Should be fun. I personally think that Adam Copeland needs to be in the world title picture. He really does. I think that the TNT title is beneath Adam Copeland, if we're being honest. Let's just call a spade a spade. Moving on. So, Samoa Joe and Swerve Strickland, they have a contract signing. So, basically, Swerve kind of doubts himself and everything else, basically. And then, Swerve knows that he wants Joe to know that he's been waiting for this moment his whole life. He's had a road full of roadblocks. Reaching the destination is sweet. He said that they're just building. They're building just at an AEW a Dynasty. So, he talked about Will Ospreay and Okada and Mercedes coming in. There's an MJF chant that breaks out, which he probably will be showing up at Dynasty for sure. If not Dynasty, damn sure Double or Nothing. So, Samoa Joe says that Samoa Joe makes a P. Diddy reference, basically. So that's what he said. That was kind of funny too. So, Swerve calls Joe a bitch. He tells him to run that fade, bitch. And then a fight breaks out. So Swerve then pulls out his chain, basically tries to choke Joe out with the chain, but to no avail. And then Joe beats the shit out of Swerve with the chain, busts him open. He hits him in the head like 3 or 4 times. He busts him open. And then Joe dips out. Swerve does his little evil laugh. He signs the contract in his own blood. And then Joe kicks him in the nuts. And he does a Uranagi through the table. And then Joe stands tall with the AEW Championship. So this is fine. So I enjoyed that. That was a good little segment there. This show just was not that good. The only thing that really kind of saved it was what happened with Swerve and Samoa Joe. But it is what it is. To me, it's not all that important. But AEW's got some issues that they need to work out quick, fast, in a hurry. Because it's not looking good for AEW. They are on the decline. And they've been on the decline for months. I'm talking for months now. And they can turn it around, but they have to get rid of Tony Khan and the Bucks. And Kenny Omega and Hangman Page. What do I mean? AEW should have no EVPs. At all. Period. And they just need writers and bookers who know what they're doing. And we should all be good after that. But what did you guys think? Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.